So this is a pretty classic DIY electrical install here on a 2-gang box with 2 light switches. Now this is also going to be a similar code violation if you were putting outlets in this location, but we'll start off here with a 3-way light switch and use a 15-1 Klein tool screwdriver. If you're using Phillips head to tighten these screws, upgrade to the square drive and you will never turn back. So we tighten up our ground terminal. That is best practice to do that first. And then I bring in my black wire, which is the hot. And then these 2 red and white wires are serving as the travelers on this 3-way light switch circuit. Now we'll tighten up this light switch into our box. And you can already probably see where we might have an issue. If you know the code violation, let me know down in the comments what it is. And it's a classic code violation within a shed, a workshop, a barn, and something that you don't want to overlook because it can be a dangerous situation. Now this second light switch is just a single pull, and we're using the Leviton Decora Edge, which just has the levers. So you go straight in the back, flip the levers, do a little pull test, and that's it. Super simple. And these things are ideal for DIYers and make wiring quite a bit easier. So we'll tighten everything here, but let me show you what we need to add to make sure we are code compliant and don't have a dangerous situation. So the problem I'm having is the 3/4 inch OSB board that I put on my walls, which is a great option for sheds and barns, garages, or workshops. Now that has made my junction box sunken from the outside surface. And the National Electrical Code in 314.20 calls out only a maximum of 1/4 inch when you have non-combustible materials. Well, with this OSB, we have combustible material all the way around the outside, so the code calls for no exposure or 0, and everything needs to be flush. But don't worry, there's an easy correction for this, and let me show a few options you can use. So what you're going to need to pick up to get you code compliant and avoid this dangerous situation is something like a box extender. And there are a few different options here. There's ones like this that are 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, or 1/2 inch, kind of a set extension. I don't love these because they have to be exactly that dimension and you got to match them up. So you usually run out of the ones you need or it's just not the right size. So I don't necessarily recommend these. Then that brings us to these 2. And the way that these work is your light switch or your outlet will go within this. So you have your wiring come out the back, and sometimes you have to snake them in, and we'll show you in a minute with those light switches. But this gives you basically adjustability to the 1.5 or 2 inches here, and it's going to fit pretty much any situation. And it actually also expands out your Mickey Mouse ears, hopefully to grab the surface and keep everything flush. Now you'll find these in most home improvement stores, especially this white one, in a single gang configuration like this one. But you'll also see links in the descriptions for a 2-gang or 3-gang. For whatever reason, you can find them on Amazon cheaper and more readily available, sometimes even being able to get them delivered tomorrow. So I like this one. I've used it in the past, but this is probably my favorite. Similar design, but it's kind of expandable. So you can use one for a single gang, or in our instance, we'll just put 2 of these together for a dual gang. And again, you're going to have quite a bit of adjustability here to fill to make sure you're not exposed to the combustible material, and it works out well. Now, most of these will come with longer screws. These are 6-32 screws, just in case your original screws are not long enough to catch the junction box. But just remember, you can also pick up an assortment box. And if you're doing a lot of DIY electrical, this is handy just to have around the house for any of your different projects that you might run into. So let's go ahead and correct our code violation with the blue extensions, and I can just use my standard screws because we're not spaced out too much more than just 1/4 inch. You usually don't have to take the wires off, and you can pass that extension up and over and then get it mounted to the backside. And the nice thing about these blue extensions is you can do it one by one, even in a multi-gang box like this. So we'll take our second light switch, start tightening things up, and make sure it's lined up so the little clips go into place and the spacing is correct on the light switches and the 2 extensions. Overall, it looks pretty good, and now we are code compliant with our light switch installation. Now, let me know any questions you guys have down below the video. And if you want to see my favorite DIY electrical project, the ability to move an outlet in your wall, hide your cord to your TV, but not have to do any drywall work, any mudding, any sanding, and any painting. So all the benefit without all that extra work. Check out this video right here. I'll walk you through the complete process. And when most people see this little hack, they cannot believe they didn't think of it sooner. So thanks for joining me on this video, and we'll catch you on that next one. Take care.